5 hours they'll spend here. They will not simply leave immediately. So that's our vision in the future. All this have happened due to the hard work done by each and every devotee connected to ISKCON Chennai. Yes. I bow my head to the Lotus feet, and without their help, it's a teamwork. And I would like to, because I always believe in teamwork, and that's what Prabhupada wanted. He created a team level. In a team, there'll be different type of devotees. One is enthusiastic, one will be lazy, but very intelligent. We need all types of devotees. So I would like to end my thing by showing a small video. This is self-explanatory. This is in the modern management. But if one sees that, we get enthusiasm. Whatever is there, I have to keep pushing this movement of ISKCON Chennai. I'm very particular. I'm just putting this video.
I can share it, Prabhu. I can share that. It's here. Yes.
Yeah, this is a small skit. So here, power of working in team. So if you see here, there are some devotees carrying some ladder. And the middle, though that devotee is weak, but the first two devotees are helping them. But only that middle devotee has to push his leg up, not give up them. So as long as we are connected to ISKCON Chennai, listening to Bhanumar lectures and senior devotees' instructions, these devotees will carry us from this end to that end. This is a self-explanatory skit. And the one more thing is, have I been given a screen sharing thing?
Yes, Prabhu. You should be able to.
But if I want to play a video, where is it? I have to go to download.
Yeah, you can just click on share screen. You want to play the video from your phone or from your laptop?
It is there in my laptop below.
You can click on share screen. You'll be able to do that.
Yes, share screen. I'll be seeing all the.
You can open the video and only share that specific video file.
First, you have to open the video?
Yes, Prabhu. Open the video and share only that.
You can see?
Not yet, Prabhu. We are not able to see.
Okay, I have to click share screen.
Yes, click on share screen and you'll see many windows. You can choose the video, particular video you want to share. So while Prabhu is loading the video, if all of you have been inspired by Prabhu's vision for Chennai and the journey so far, all of you can type Hare Krishna in the comment box. And because you're working together as a team to carry forward the vision of Srila Prabhupada. And we have a superconductor with us, His Holiness Bhanu Maharaj, who's inspiring us. And there are so many aspects that are so favorable for us.
Shabda Hari Prabhu,
yes.
The definition of team is together, everything achieves.
Everyone achieves more.
More and more.
Yes.
More book distribution, more Bhakti Viksha, more full. This is the small video. It's self-explanatory.
Yes.
Can everybody see?
Yes, we can see it, Prabhu. You can play it.
I'm playing here. This is a card. You can compare this card to be ISKCON Chennai.
Okay.
It's not done by some outside management area.
Yes.
So we have, we just saw today morning, Giriraj Maharaj came. We have some, this is struggling. We struggle in the early time.
Yes.
We have a lot of paraphilias and preaching kids inside. Workload is there, a preaching load, and our goals are there. Who will all help us to get the goal? So we have a leader. We have Bhanu Maharaj and Devapada Guru Maharaj. They are taking this load here. They are all performers, wonderfully trained by Prabhupada.
Yes.
And one by one, devotees started coming to help to move this ISKCON Chennai forward. We are seeing that one devotee is coming and some say, and he's helping. And he's actually sincerely helping, doing it. One means it can be many also. He's very much willingness. With correct training and trainers, he will be a future performer. Because he's getting trainer, he has sincerity to go help the leader. That's very important. Then one more person is coming, he's sitting inside. He wants just, but also helping. He's a less effective doer, but still helping to move the wheel. He wants to enjoy the facility. However, his contribution is not making much difference to the overall result. Whatever is there, still the movement is moving and he's keeping on seeing whatever is happening here and there. But this person, he just sits on the wheel. He's a sometimes troublemaker. He's not so concentrated. He's not still convinced about it, but he likes to move forward. He likes to go along with, he comes for Sunday quiz program. He likes to take prasadam, goes here and then he comes. Then we have another person who wants to stop this. He's pulling it backside. He's suppressing. Then immediately the leader finds something going wrong. What should you do now? So he finds that something is going wrong, and he finds to analyze. That's very important for your leader to scan, environmental scanning, what's happening, what are the threats, and what is the different situation, and what are the problems is this created by this person. So he immediately sees another moment, other spiritual moment moving forward. So we have to learn from others. See, they're all going in one direction. Nobody's pulling back. So now everyone sees, okay, let us also repeat that. So this leader says, you go out. Everybody starts working. So it's very important in the last stages. The person who was pulling back, he comes back again because he has done some service. He is also helping this temple moving forward. Swalpamapi siddharmasya, trayato mahato bhaya. Little seva done to Krishna, Krishna will never forget, he brings him back. So now we are going to overtake this particular group. So this is a self-explanatory. And in ISKCON Chennai, we are not having not much of devotees who are pulling it back. Everybody's pushing forward. That's the reason we have come from that small house from Keel Park to the present George's Temple. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much for sharing, Prabhu. All of you can type Hare Krishna once again. So to thank Sumitra Prabhu for all those efforts for so many years. And I'm just going to stop sharing the screen and I'll be back. Yes. So, and the entire, all the devotees who have helped, come together to bring Chennai to where it is today. So before we move on to the next interview, I want to play one small skit. Sloka recitation. The sloka recitation next on the agenda is by, it's a sloka recitation from Srila Prabhupada's lecture in Madras, recited by Shruti, Sahiti, and Adya. Let's listen to this, and then we'll come back for the next interview.
Hare Krishna. During Srila Prabhupada's visit to Chennai, Madras at that time, he addressed several people including judges, advocates and leading citizens. In one such lecture given on 14th February 1972, Srila Prabhupada talked about different topics like Supreme Father Krishna, purpose of human life and our constitutional position. In this lecture, Srila Prabhupada quoted 35 different verses from Srimad Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita and Chaitanya Charitamrita. Myself Adya and my friends here Krishna Sahiti and Krishna Shruti will now be reciting a few verses Srila Prabhupada quoted in that lecture. Manmana bhava madbhakto madhyaji mam namaskuru mam evasyasi satyam te pratijane priyosime.
Maya Shaktam Manah Partha Yogam Yanjanmadashrayah Asamsayam Samagram Mam Yatah Jnansyasi Takshunu. Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gauratvishe Namaha.
Sarvadharman Parityajya Mam Ekam Sharanam Vraja Aham Tvam Sarva Papebhyo Mokshayishyami Ma Sucha.
Manaivanso Jiva Loke Jiva Bhuta Sanatana Manashyastani Indriyani Prakritistani Kashyati. Bhoktaram Yajna Tapasam Sarvaloka Maheshwaram Shuhridam Sarva Bhutanam Nyatva Mam Santim Ricchati.
Devi Heshwa Gunai Mama Maya Duratyaya Mam Eva Ye Prapadyante Mayam Etam Tarantite.
Sarvayonisha Kaunteya Murtaya Sambhavanti Yaha Tasam Brahma Mahadyoner Aham Bija Pradaktita. Ishvara Sarva Bhutanam Hridesha Arjuna Tishtati Brahmayan Sarva Bhutani Yantra Rudana Mayaya.
Mattava Parataram Nanya Kinchit Asti Dhananjaya Mai Sarvam Idam Prutam सूत्रे मणिगमा इव
मनुष्याणां सहस्रेषु कश्चित् यतति सिद्धये यथा ताम् अपि सिद्धानां कश्चिन्मां वेत्ति तत्त्वतः हरेर्नामैव केवलं कलौ नास्त्यैव गतिरन्यथा
अहं सर्वस्य प्रभवो मत्वा सर्वं प्रवर्तते इति मत्वा भजन्ते मां बुधा भावसमन्विताः
यदा यदा हि धर्मस्य ज्ञानिर्भवति भारत अभ्युत्थानमधर्मस्य तदात्मानं सृजाम्यहम् त्रिनादपि सुनीचेन तरोरिव सहिष्णुना अमानेन मानदेन कीर्तनीय सदा हरि
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much. That was a wonderful recitation of the slokas. And we'll move on next to the next item on the agenda is an interview. We'll go back to an interview now with His Grace Thirumal Rao Prabhu, who has been managing the facilities of ISKCON Chennai Temple. If Rao Prabhu, if you're here, I'm just going to add you as a spotlight. And thank you, Prabhu. You've been doing amazing seva in terms of managing infrastructure, facilities, amenities of of the temple. And all of you here with our 3 decades of committed services to ISKCON Chennai and being the anchor and caretaker of all the infrastructure of the temple. Great to have you here, Prabhu. And I wanted to ask you, the question is, what are some of the important value-added amenities and new facilities that ISKCON Chennai need to have for the devotee community? Because I'm pretty sure you have seen from when the temple was constructed to now, all the requirements keep changing. New things need to be added for the betterment of the visitors and the devotees. So what do you think are the important needs that are there right now, Prabhu? And what has the journey been for you personally overlooking all of this?
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. I humbly express my obeisances to all the Vaishnavas who are assembled here. And as it has been said that this personal Bhagavata and the book Bhagavata, and there is a third Bhagavata called the temple Bhagavata, because temple is a place where the Lord is being held by that manifested structure, and as such he can also be considered the Bhagavata. And as Subhadra was mentioning it, right from Kill Park to this place where we are in Akkarai now, it has been a very long journey and turbulent sometimes and very, very enjoyable at sometimes, like what was happening in Kill Park. It was a small place in the interiors behind department stores, mommy and daddy department stores, not much of reached for the public or public were not known, but that's a peaceful place and all what we call as the push area, high echelons from the families of high class. They were living over there. So their involvement was not really much deep into the way of practicing Krishna consciousness, but at the same time, we needed some exposure, so it was said that we will shift to the heart of the city. At the time it was T Nagar, and the marketplace, but things were happening at that time.
Yes.
So we got a place there, and it was a nice journey right from 87 onwards. I think in 84 or 85 somewhere that period, Guru Maharaj as well as Banaswami landed here in Chennai to guide us and inspire us, and that was the starting of the journey.
86 he came. 86.
Life also.
He came 86.
Yeah, Sundara Prabhu is it. I may not remember that. And there it started with. And when we shifted to T Nagar, again the motive was to expand the preachings of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and as has been visualized by Srila Prabhupada. But the idea was not to have a big temple or anything. Ganga Prabhu's leadership, it was going on. His wife Rajeshwari Masaji and Vice President Radhika Raman Prabhu and his wife Leela Padma Mataji. Actually, many of the Matajis in Chennai are the seat of association has been given by Leela Padma Mataji and Rajeshwari Masaji. These are two early Matajis whom I could remember with. And after that came like our Sadarupa Mataji and Adi Lakshmi Mataji, and it became growing up as a team. And today it is a fantastic team under the guidance and leadership of Sukriti Devi Mataji and Dharni Radha Devi Mataji. Very nice preaching going on for the youth, young girls, and the family ladies. Everybody is being taken care of. And on the other side, the preaching for the Bhakti youth services, under the leadership of Krishna Kishore Prabhu and Manoram Prabhu. It was very, very, very nicely developing. And before that, there were a few of them, but the involvement was not that much, very much deep as these two people were doing it. It was a wonderful service, and through them came many younger generation leaders who are leading Bhakti Vishas today. That was a nice scene to grow up. Now, the vision was from Guru Maharaj Swami's side, as Sumitra Prabhu was describing it. He chose that ECR. Now, many times we have traveled together to find so many places, and sometime even the place opposite to Vidyodaya, opposite the Vallur Kotam, there's one small yard is there, some 8 grounds land. That was also considered, but then it was thought that the place was not really big enough to do the activities. Maharaj was always looking for a big place. Somewhere in Nilangare also we tried to acquire some land, but it was failed, unsuccessful. Then we went beyond Udandi village. That was also, it was not very conducive. Then at last, by Krishna's mercy, as it was descriptively explained by Sumitra Prabhu, the land was spotted, and the infrastructure, what is manifested today, has come because of the toil, vision of Guru Maharaj Swami Thakur and all the associates who stood with him. The faith, that was the most important thing. The faith in the words of a pure devotee.
Yes.
So those who had the faith, they stood with him, and today the temple has manifested beautifully. And this is the axis for us.
Yes. And how has it been for you, Prabhu, like managing facilities, going from a small center to a slightly bigger temple and now big infrastructure? What kind of pressures do you go through to keep everything running?
So physically and mentally, there will be so many pressures and pleasures and pressures, both together. But at the same time, I believe that it is the mercy of Guru and Gauranga which keeps moving us around, and we keep doing something and some results manifest. And we do nothing with so much of what we say, things the ego. When we surrender and we start doing it for the pleasure of Lord, and Lord and Guru manifest whatever the efforts we put in. Something manifests out of their own grace and mercy. So like that, things keep happening. Now, this temple being the pivot here in Chennai, it should be a radius of 50 kilometers. Not just the city of 50 kilometers.
Yes.
The pivot is ISKCON temple in Akare village, and the radius should be 50 kilometers. That is, on either side is 50 kilometers to say down the south up to Marakhanam, and the north it should be somewhere up to Trivittiur and beyond.
Yes.
That area. So that should be the radius we must think about, because there is no space for us to go back. If we want to go back, we have to fall into the Bay of Bengal. So there is no place. Only the land available with us is in the front and on the sides. So we take 50 kilometers and try to spread the message of Lord Gauranga and Srila Prabhupada. For that, we had been having some sort of basic infrastructure developed for the time being. And now everything being virtual, one thing what we would like to think is that we must have a Paka studio to make out online preaching more effective and to make more people participate. So that should be one of the part of our temple complex which is being planned and visualized. And for the pleasure of the Lord, we think that we should have a small lily pond or a tank. Teppakulam. So we try to form that. When we do that for the pleasure of the Lord in the beginning, then automatically everything else keeps developing around that Teppakulam or the lily pond. So that is a place where the Lord can go out according to the seasons and spend some time. We can have some festivals. It will be a occasion for gathering the congregation and the devotees from the public life coming and gathering together. And for that, again, we have to have some Atiti Seva. For that, we have to bring some guest houses are needed. And all this will happen. And then we have to make the surface very much of all of the roads has to be formed. For that result, we must be spending somewhere around 60-70 lakhs to form the roads, in interior roads. So all these sort of expansions are being visualized by the devotees in the association of devotees under the direction of a pure devotee, Swami Thakur. And we are making our efforts so that the results and fruits will be given by Krishna himself. So expanding for different purposes, for teaching and spreading the message of Krishna, and for people to enable the people to come and participate and congregate together, and for the people to spend and acquire some mercy through taking prasadam in the restaurants, and some gift items to be given to some of their relatives and families, so that the consciousness mood, Krishna consciousness mood, is being spread in all ways possible. For that, we need a great effort, and very seriously focused effort by all of us, those who are come in touch with Srila Prabhupada, whether they are active or not. We must come all together and try to take this ship of preaching ahead for the benefit of the Chennai people.
Absolutely, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Thank you for sharing. So the vision of Srila Prabhupada is manifested in the form of this big temple that's there, which you're now overlooking all the facilities. And now the future initiative, just to recap, you said we need a nice studio. We need a pond for all the festivals. We need guest houses. And Sumitra Prabhu also mentioned an enhanced version of the restaurant, and even the matchless gifts, and so many other initiatives. So thank you for letting us know about all of this, Prabhu. And
we'll be having a Prasadam hall also, not but the least, Prasadam hall also on that way we'll be able to serve at least 300 to 400 people during the festivals.
Wonderful.
300 to 400 devotees at one time, the Prasadam should be served. Got it. The number of people visiting will be so high. So we are visualizing for serving prasadam for 300 to 400 people at one shot.
Yes.
So that you can just think about the whole day. If a festival like Janmashtami is going to go on, and we are going to feed for the whole day, I'm sure that we'll be doing somewhere near hundreds of people.
Wonderful, Prabhu. Thank you for sharing. And Sumitra Prabhu, you had something to add to the items list?
We have now crossed 10 years, 2 more years for the Mahakumbhabhishekam. Temple is gearing for the biggest event. Kirtan Mela and bringing Prabhupada disciples to the various seminars. Going to be a real 2024.
And anything on the timeline? So before that, before the next 2 years, any project needs to be completed within the temple facilities?
Painting project. Yes, for the past 10 years, we have not regenerated the building.
Yes,
and the building has been just like that, and it is time for us to high time to protect it. The maintaining, creating infrastructure is on one side, and the other most important, toughest task is to maintain that. Whatever the way we create the infrastructure, that has to be maintained so that the future generation can enjoy that benefit, reap the benefits of our hard work. So for that, we are starting the painting work again. Now, maybe in another 20 to 30 days time, and this work will go on. And already we are into the process of securing the Krishna's land with the boundary wall. The boundary wall has come up to us half the way west to east on the southern side. So all these developments of work, and next will be the development of roads and the pond. When this is infrastructure, basic thing is that then all other infrastructures will automatically fall in place and it will come up fast.
Yes.
This is the outline which we have to form first. When the outline is visualized by the visitors as they come, when they see the outline,
and they can see the 3D,
they'll be able to understand and grasp what we are explaining about the different projects, like the ISKCON Chennai Institute of Higher Studies, where you'll be having the educational block with the administration office and the studio and other things, facilities. Recently we got cameras for live broadcasting. That was not there. All Krishna's mercy keeps coming and falling in place. All we have to do is that just be in line with the desire of our pure devotees. And we should not work contradictorily. We must be in line with the view and wish of the pure devotees. Then we'll be able to achieve by their blessings.
Wonderful, Prabhu. Thank you for sharing, and please let us know what the plans are or the timelines and what would be the requirements, so all of us as a congregation can support and make it happen. So all of you can just type Hare Krishna once in the comment box for His Grace Tirumala Rao Prabhu for your
the last
tireless
word I would
services.
like to add on here. Here's the next timeline you were asking about.
Yes.
This is another 1 year. The temple has to be renovated for the Kumbhabhishekam. And the work, what is going on, and the future work will be coming out. And with the management, TMT's discretion and the cooperation of many other department heads and Vaishnavas from the congregation and others, will be coming out and will be wheeling out other plans.
Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Thank you for sharing.
The small important punch word.
Yes,
punch
Prabhu.
Sense, the tourism department of Tamil Nadu has selected ISKCON Chennai to be one of the tourist spots. And the team of the photographers will be coming on 19 to take an aerial view and drone shot. And some of the photographs will be displayed in the important area like railway stations and airport.
Hari Bol. That's a very big step. If the government is doing it, that's going to get a lot more footfalls into the temple. So amazing, Prabhu. Thank you for sharing that. That's a great news. Next, we'll move on to another interview, and then we'll get into one of the skits after that. The interview, I would like to invite His Grace Amarendra Prabhu and Sukirti Mataji, if you're together. And this is on the preaching side and on Shastric study. And, now we have a lot of initiatives happening around even, making Chennai as a knowledge hub for ISKCON, with the higher studies. So I'd like to just put you on the spotlight. Amarendra Prabhu and Sukirti Mataji, both of you, thank you all so much for the great service and preaching that you're doing. I'm just seeing if Sukirti Mataji is also there in the same window or a different window, Prabhu, just checking. Okay, not able to. Okay, can see both of you. So those of you who already know, they're Prabhu and Mataji, they're into the systematic Shastric study, training, development of ISKCON Chennai as a Shastric training institute. And with devotional service spanning over 2 decades, they are very well known across ISKCON for the amazing preaching activities that they've been doing, offline, online, so many different ways. So Prabhu and Mataji, the question is, why is it important for ISKCON Chennai to be the hub for systematic Shastric study, training and development? Why Chennai, according to you, Prabhu, Mataji?
Why Chennai? I think why ISKCON Chennai? I think that would be...
Why ISKCON Chennai? Yes.
So, of course, many devotees have spoken about it. Sundar Prabhu spoke about it, and Rao Prabhu also spoke about that. And ISKCON means that's an institution which has 7 purposes. Prabhupada has identified the 7 purposes of that institute, of this organization, this society. And if you look at those 7 purposes, 3 times Prabhupada uses the word teach or teaching. And then he uses the word systematic, he uses the word educate in those 7 purposes. So which means the society founder, His Divine Grace, Srila Prabhupada, has so much of focus, or I would say he has built education and training into the DNA of the society.
Exactly.
It is the part of the DNA of the society. So like the first purpose, Prabhupada talks about systematic propagation of spiritual knowledge. He talks about educating all the people. And why he says that is because there is imbalance in values. And we see that this is actually becoming more and more acute as the time is going by. We are having so many issues with values, like Jagabnath was talking about the generation change is happening in 3 years. What is generation change? Generation change is primary change in values.
Yes.
Where the current generation does not connect with the values of the previous generation, or there is a shift in values. So there is so much shifting in values, imbalance in values, and that is, we are having so much issues and trouble with the younger generation, even with the older generation. So Prabhupada has given the answer: systematically propagate spiritual knowledge, educate all people in the techniques, and that's how it will happen. And then if you look at the next one, Prabhupada specifically points out, especially 2 books, great scriptures of India, but he talks about Bhagavad Gita and he talks about Srimad Bhagavatam.
Yes.
So unless these books are not just read, but they are learned, they are studied, and those principles we try to imbibe in our lives, then otherwise this this propagation of our consciousness will not change. Where is the question of changing others' consciousness?
Yes.
So that's why these scriptures have to be studied. And if you look at the 3rd purpose of ISKCON, Prabhupada talks about the idea that we are part and parcel of Krishna. So this knowledge is not available except when we look at these scriptures. So again, the scriptures, have to be studied. 4th purpose, Prabhupada talks about teaching Sankirtana movement. Prabhupada talks about basing that teaching on the teachings of Lord Chaitanya.
Yes.
So I mean, if you just look at these purposes, ISKCON, we cannot get away from.
We cannot be not preaching.
We cannot be not teaching and learning.
We should be
actually
always.
That's why it is very interesting that in these 7 purposes of ISKCON, Srila Prabhupada has given the syllabus, he has given the method, he has given what he is expecting from all of us to do.
Yes.
So,
yes.
yeah.
And the 6th purpose also, Prabhupada talks about teaching a simpler and more natural way of life. So that also has to be taught. It is not something which we can evolve. So Darwin's theory fails here. So we have to learn how to do that.
Yes.
And finally, in the 7th one, which is more about publishing books, but there also Prabhupada says publish, and publishing can happen like you yourself printed and published
Amazing book.
Yeah, it's like what Amazon bestseller, best-selling book. And as a publisher and a writer, you would know that when you're committing yourself to the written word, how much you have to be sure of what you're talking about.
How much it has to be internalized, the whole thing, and then presented. So
I'm sure your book is the result of so many years of learning, being educated, educating others, and then that's the result. So I'm sure you personally can very well connect to this point that education is precedes publishing.
Yes, yes.
And so that was why ISKCON and Chennai. Well, Chennai is the biggest city of Tamil Nadu. And we have probably the largest congregation devotee base.
Yes.
With the service to the local devotees. Right?
Yes.
And that's how I would say, we elevate our devotees and congregation to the expectations of Prabhupada and meeting the purposes of the society.
Yes, yes.
And educating and teaching also, in my understanding, is churning of the scriptures. It is not just a rote education like in school. You again talk a lot about that in your own programs, that education system has failed the society. So it's not just reading, but it is also so much churning of the scriptures, churning of Srila Prabhupada's purports. I mean, personally, Bhagavad Gita, Krishna speaks 700 verses. I mean, total verses, 700 verses. Krishna, Arjuna, some are spoken by Sanjaya. But then so much Prabhupada writes on that. So Bhagavad Gita as it is so much Prabhupada's realizations.
Yes.
And what Krishna speaks there. So there is so much of churning which is required, and with churning comes understanding. Otherwise, and with churning, understanding, and which means it can be put into practice.
Amazing.
Specifically, if you look at this verse, these Chaturshloki Bhagavad Gita, we look at the 10th chapter, 8, 9, 10, 11 verse. In the 8th verse, Vishnu Chakti Thakur makes a comment. He says in the purport, he says that with faith, when we acquire knowledge, that leads to conviction.
Yes.
Right. So there is in our current world where there's so much of media, so much of people countering the Vedic civilization, where our conviction is challenged at every step, politically, educationally, media. Everybody is challenging our belief system and our convictions. And here, Vishnu Chakti Thakur writes that if we faith we receive this knowledge, then we actually become really convinced. So that's required. I mean, the devotees have to be first convinced of what they are practicing. Then only actually they can share it with others with confidence.
Yes.
And we are celebrating this whole festival, 5-day festival. It is all about appreciating Srila Prabhupada. Unless we read, understand, and we churn Prabhupada's purports, how can we actually, in truth, appreciate Prabhupada? Is it possible? Or I would say the other way around, that if we churn Prabhupada's purpose, then how much appreciation will actually naturally develop for him? And then probably a point will come when we can, in the core of our heart, we can say, yes, Prabhupada, this one life, I want to give it to you.
Amazing, Prabhu. That's a very, very powerful perspective.
Yes. And then we look at, Prabhupada said, my books are law books. So you want to follow the law or you want to be lawbreaker? So we have to study Prabhupada books, which means, as we saw in the first purpose, it builds the values. It builds the values, right? Based on values, we have empowered intelligence. We know what is right, what is wrong. We build the proper attitude.
Yes.
And Prabhupada very famously talks about it in the Nectar Instruction preface. He says the advancement of Krishna consciousness depends on the attitude of the follower. So unless we have the proper attitude built into place, so proper values, proper attitude, and then actually we have purity of purpose in our lives.
Yes.
Otherwise, Tuya Bhakti or pure devotional service, it is a far off dream. We may talk about it, but how much of it actually we practice in our thoughts, practice in our deeds. So all this is required, and of course, theory and then practice.
Practice, yes.
So, and if the congregation devotees and temple devotees, all the devotees actually, I don't see difference much in between them. So, if you look at the devotees, Vaishnavas well trained, then they can set example for the society at large.
Absolutely.
Yat yat acharati shreshtas. If we ourselves are not well trained, then we cannot set an example for others. So we set an example for ourselves, we set examples for others. And of course, ISKCON Chennai does really well in that area, then it can set an example for other centers in Tamil Nadu.
Okay.
We are in a state where language is very closely held to heart.
Yes.
Right. So if there is a lot of education, Vaishnava education happening in Tamil, then there's a lot of other Tamil Nadu centers which can take advantage. And your question reminds me of one very, very important thing, the example being set by our GVCs.
Exactly.
His Holiness Jayapataka Swami, Guru Maharaj, himself, he's doing Bhakti Shastri, Bhakti Vaibhav. He doesn't need to. I mean, in my opinion, with the kind of, he said, once he told that for my initiation, I read Bhagavad Gita 10 times. And he has been living Bhagavad Gita. But he's still setting example for all of us that we go through formal ISKCON education.
Exactly.
Right? And as other TMT members have been pointing out, we have the presence of one of the foremost scholars in ISKCON, His Holiness Bhanu Swami Maharaj, who has been invited at all the major educational institutions within ISKCON for training. So we have all these
all the resources. We've got so much of amazing access. And even His Holiness Jayapataka Swami Maharaj, Guru Maharaj says, Prabhupada's vision of creating the 10 million or 100 million gurus. And so, so the question to both of you, Prabhu Mataji, if we have to make Chennai as the, let's say, the learning capital of South India for Shastric study, what do you think are the top 5 things we should do together as a community?
Learning capital.
Yeah, if you have to make the learning capital of Shastric study in South India, to bring about these gurus, that Guru Maharaj talks about, what should we do? What are your top 5 points that you can think of, Mataji? So, both of you can share.
So, dream big, as you were saying, learning capital of South India, dream big, but start small. That's how I would put it at this point in time. So, I think first need at ISKCON, local ISKCON Chennai, is formally train the trainers. There are many senior devotees at ISKCON Chennai community, and I think they need, if they're already not trained, they need to be formally trained, because in ISKCON,
trained not in philosophy, but we are talking about the
how to train,
because they are so senior. Yeah, they are so senior and wonderful devotees that they don't need any training in the shastras. But then, if we can polish, in the sense that presentation in today's world is very important. So how that message can be simplified and presented. Like why Srila Prabhupada books are so popular because of the presentation, because of its simplicity, because of its presentation, it appeals, it touches the heart of the reader and you instantly connect to it. So that part, when we say that training the trainers, not philosophically, of course they are wonderful, but then
on the skills and tools.
And even even philosophically, I mean, scriptures are infinite. So as many times as we go in and come out, we will come out with some jewels. So that formal training is required. So in ISKCON, we have Bhakti Shastri, we have Bhakti Vaibhav, and other Shastri courses are there. Especially we have teacher training courses. There are 1 and level 2. And then there is Bhakti Shastri teacher training course. So it's very important that the senior devotees should go through this formal education, should equip themselves with the appropriate skill sets and the techniques. the principles of this
Yes.
art of teaching. So that is.
So are you saying the
I feel
path
very
is
important.
first? Are you saying the path is first complete Bhakti Shastri, then come for this teacher training, like how to train Bhakti Shastri to others? Okay, Prabhu. So I've noted that. Any other ideas? Yes.
TTC1, even preachers can do TTC1. I mean, even if they are not Bhakti Shastri, they can even so that they can do. Bhakti Shastri teacher training requires one to have completed Bhakti Shastri.
Okay, Prabhu.
That is the third level. So TTC1, TTC2, and Bhakti Shastri TTC. So Bhakti Shastri TTC1 requires to have completed that degree.
Noted that, Prabhu.
Second thing, which I feel is very, very significant is trainers have to come to terms with digital platforms and tools. Pandemic has revolutionized education. It may have had an impact on other aspects of economy and human life, but I would say that nothing comes closer to what it has done for education. And I'm sure you're one of the thought leaders in the country on that. So the digital platform, the tools, the teacher has to equip with those skill sets. It's like you cannot do without them. So they have to practice, they have to train themselves on that, because this will help teach at scale. Conventionally, I remember when I completed my Bhakti Shastri course, we were some 15, 16, 20 people in a small classroom in Vrindavan. Right? But so we had to teach. I mean, if you're looking at 1,000 devotees, if you look at 1,000 devotees in Chennai, or we look at beyond Chennai also, then at that scale, we can calculate, 3.5, 4-month course at 15, 20 people, how will it happen? So teaching and training at scale requires digital platform and tools. And of course, with the pandemic, I don't know, kind of getting over, we thought, but recently I came to know that Hong Kong is going in for a lockdown from Wednesday. So we can always keep our fingers crossed. So, but I was thinking that we can have a hybrid model. So there is some stuff that is happening online, and there is something which is offline. So that will lead to a very, very effective, because the teacher also needs to get a feel of the student, and the student also needs to get that feel. So a combination of online and offline. So kind of a hybrid model. And since you asked 5 things,
I've noted 3 till now. I've noted 3 points. The first one you mentioned is the TTC, like going to that process. Second is digital tools. TTC, third is hybrid.
Not just TTC, but Bhakti Shastri and
Bhakti Shastri also.
So all the formal ISKCON education.
Formal yes.
So 4th thing I would say is, as trainers and as teachers, we may speak, we may teach, but students end up learning from other things that we don't speak and don't teach. With our behavior, with our conduct, how we deal with other devotees. What is the kind of relationships that I have? How do I, what service am I rendering to the community? So I guess that is also very important. Prabhupada, if you look at him, he was a great teacher, and he also gave lectures. Do you understand?
Yes.
Right. So, I mean, that was Srila Prabhupada's greatness. There are so many devotees we hear, and just by observing Prabhupada and Prabhupada's interactions with them and Prabhupada's interactions with other devotees, there was so much for them to learn, especially in terms of Vaishnava etiquettes and culture.
Yes.
So it's not just the philosophy, but also the culture has to be imparted. So this training education also requires for the culture has to be imbibed in the society, in the community. So that's the 4th and 5th part. I would say that the courses have to be structured according to the variety of lifestyles that are present right now. There are housewives, they have a different schedule, right? They are working professionals, they have a different schedule. Students have a different schedule. So there are different kinds of, I would say, student groups.
Yes.
And they have different lifestyles, and we need to modify our course structure, timings, days, time,
like how Shabdhari Prabhu puts it, identify your niche and work in that direction.
There are multiple audiences.
Very focused and
Yes.
specific course for different people.
Yes. Wonderful. Thank you for sharing that, Prabhu. So the formal education, digital tools, hybrid models, teaching by example, like they need to learn in other ways, not just in the class. And of course, structuring the syllabus according to lifestyles and the audience and the demographic of that. These are the 5 things that you mentioned, which we can make this as a knowledge capital of. And of course, we have the beautiful support of all the senior Vaishnavas, the blessings of Banu Maharaj, Holiness Banu Maharaj, Guru Maharaj, and being the superconductors for to give us that knowledge, as Banu Maharaj mentioned. So thank you so much, Prabhu and Mataji, for your tireless services you've been doing in this space for so many years and adapting so fast to the digital world also. And please keep inspiring us and guide us on what we have to do next. Hare Krishna. Thank you.
Shabda Hari Prabhu, you must be knowing both of them before joining ISKCON. They were in the educational field, so they were able to easily sync. And one more point, Prabhu was mentioning that since many of the leaders, they're not having time, because sometimes it becomes very difficult when the devotees, newcomers, they finish Bhakti Shatri, they find their leaders are not finished. So ISKCON Education Ministry has made a rule that to ask all the senior leaders to have a special course called Teach and Learn. They have selected 60 devotees. I also joined that. So I'll be starting my Bhakti Shatri and TGT 1 and 2. So simultaneously, we learn and teach. So that system they have made. So that in future, that's what Guru Maharaj was told, that if I don't myself learn Bhakti Shatri, others will not learn. He finished Bhakti Shatri, then Bhakti Vaibhav is doing now. And he has done even IDC also. My humble request to all devotees who got initiated before the IDC period, including myself, we all should attend the IDC so that others will not tell that you're not done it.
Yes.
As an example. Thank you very much.
Thank you for reiterating that, Prabhu. And it's so true that we need to go back to the fundamentals and get qualified in that. Yes, thank you so much for sharing, Prabhu. Thank you, Amrinder Prabhu and Sukirti Mataji, for the services. Yes, we'll move on to the next segment. We have a small skit and then we have one more interview after that.
And Hare Krishna.
Yes, all of you can type Hare Krishna for Prabhu and Mataji for the wonderful services and sharing the vision, and where we're all working now together to make this is like the knowledge capital of South India. Let's work towards that. Okay, next I want to just share the skit. It's a skit by, I'm just looking up the list over here. It's called The Seed Was Sown. Amrinder Gaur Prabhu is the leader of the Pallavaram Bhakti Vriksha group. They have put together the skit where Achyuta Gaura, Lalita Madhuri and Navdeep Krishna Prabhus have enacted. Let's have that on the screen now. And we have one more interview after this, so all of you please stay till the end.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare.
குழந்தை என்ன பண்ணிட்டு இருக்க?
சொல்லுமா.
நான் ஒரு செய்தி ஒன்று கொண்டு வந்திருக்கேன். என்ன செய்தி தெரியுமோ?
தெரியாதே, சொல்லுமா.
என்ன செய்தின்னாக்க, ஒரு சுவாமிஜி சென்னைக்கு வந்திருக்காராம்.
ஓ.
அங்க வந்து பஜனை, ஹரே கிருஷ்ணா மகாமந்திரம் எல்லாம் பாடிட்டு இருக்கா. பக்தாலாம் சேர்ந்து பாடிட்டு இருக்காளாம்.
அப்படியா?
அந்த பக்தாலாம் யார் தெரியுமோ? எல்லாம் வெளிநாட்டுக்காரா. அந்த வெளிநாட்டுக்காரா எல்லாம் சேர்ந்து ஹரே கிருஷ்ணா கிருஷ்ண கிருஷ்ணா ஹரே ஹரே, ஹரே ராம 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 ஹரே ஹரே அப்படின்ற இந்த மகாமந்திரத்தை சொல்லி அப்படியே ஜம்முன்னு எல்லாம் சொல்லி பாடிட்டு இருக்காளாம். அது கேட்கும் போதே நம்ம மனசெல்லாம் ஒரு மாதிரி பண்ணர்தான். அது மட்டும் இல்லாமல் அவர் ரொம்ப வயசானவர். ஆனால் இந்த வயசுலேயே அவர் என்ன பண்ணார் தெரியுமோ?
தெரியாதே, சொல்லுங்க.
என்னன்னாக்க, நம்ம இந்தியாவிலேருந்து அவர் அமெரிக்காவுக்கு போனாராம். தனியாக ஒரு ஆளாம்.
தனியாவா?
ஆமாம், அவர் 72 வயசில் தனியாக ஒரே ஆளாக அமெரிக்காவுக்கு போய் அங்கே உள்ள ஹிப்பிக்கள்லாம் மாற்றினாராம்.
ஹிப்பிக்கள்னா யாருமா?
ஹிப்பிக்கள்னா எந்த ஒரு வேலையும் செய்யாமல் அவ மாட்டுக்கு போதைப் பொருளை எடுத்துண்டு மாமிசத்தை சாப்பிட்டுண்டு சூதாடிண்டு தகாத உடலுறவு என்னவென்ன கெட்ட பழக்கங்கள்லாம் இருக்கக்கூடாதோ அந்த பழக்கத்தெல்லாம் எடுத்துண்டு அவள் மாட்டுக்கு அப்படியே தெரிஞ்சிருந்தாளாம். ஆனால் அங்கே போய் ஒரு தனி ஆளாக அவர் நின்று எல்லாரையும் மாற்றி ஹரே கிருஷ்ணா இயக்கன்றது ஒன்று ஆரம்பித்து அவளையே எல்லாரையும் இந்த மகாமந்திரத்தை சொல்ல வச்சு அவளையும் இங்கே அழிச்சுன்னு வந்திருக்காரு நம்ம பார்க்கறதுக்கு. இதை பார்த்து நம்ம கற்றுக்க வேண்டாமோ? நம்மளும் அங்கே போவோம். ஆனால் என்னன்னாக்க எனக்கு என்ன தோணுறதுனாக்க அப்போவே நம்ம ஆழ்வார்கள்லாம் மங்களாசாசனம் பண்ணி பெருமாளை பாடினான் இல்லையா? அப்போ பாடும்போதே அவள் மறைமுகமாக என்ன சொன்னான், இந்த மாதிரி ஒரு பெரிய மகான் வந்து தோன்ற போகிறாரு, இந்த கட்டுண்ட வாழ்க்கையில் இருக்கிற நம்ம மக்கள்லாம் வந்து விடுவிக்கிறதுக்காக ஒரு சுவாமிஜி வரப்போகிறாரு சொன்னார். அப்பயே அவர் மறைமுகமாக சொல்லியிருக்கார். நமக்கு அதெல்லாம் புரியலை. ஆனால் இப்போ வந்து அது உண்மைன்னு புரியுறது, இப்போ தான் நம்மளுக்கு தெரியுறது இல்லையா? நம்மளும் அங்கே போய் சேர்ந்து அவளோட நடனம் ஆடி பாடி பிரசாதம் ரொம்ப நல்லா இருக்கான். அந்த பிரசாதம் சாப்பிட்டாலே வச்சுக்கோங்க அவள் கிருஷ்ண பக்திக்கு வந்துடுவாளாம். அந்த அளவுக்கு பிரசாதம் அவ்வளோ நல்லா இருக்கான் பிரசாதம். அதையும் நம்ம எடுத்துட்டு இந்த மகாமந்திரத்தை அடுத்த வாழ்க்கும் நம்ம சொல்லுவோமா? சொல்லி இந்த ஹரே கிருஷ்ணா மகாமந்திரத்தை ஹரே கிருஷ்ணா கிருஷ்ண கிருஷ்ணா ஹரே 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 ராம 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 ஹரே ஹரே இந்த புனிதமான மந்திரத்தை நம்மளும் சொல்லிண்டு அடுத்த வாழையும் சொல்ல வச்சு இந்த கட்டுண்ட வாழ்க்கையில் எவ்வளோ ஜீவன்கள் கஷ்டப்பட்டுருக்கு. என்ன எப்படி கிடையாதுன்னு தெரியலை, அவளுக்கெல்லாம் ஒன்றும் தெரியலை. நம்மளால் ஓரளவு முடிஞ்சது இந்த மகாமந்திரத்தை சொல்லி அவள் நம்மளும் கரை சேர்ப்போம். சரியா? உடனே வரியா நம்ம போகலாமா? சரி, நம்ம ஆற்றுல உள்ள வேலையெல்லாம் மீதி வந்து பார்த்துக்கலாம். முதல்ல நம்ம அங்கே போய் அந்த மகாமந்திரத்தை காதால் நம்ம கேட்போம். சரியா?
சரிம்மா.
ஹரே கிருஷ்ணா.
பார்த்தசாரதி கோவிலுக்கு தானே அம்மா போறோம்?
ஆமாம்மா, பார்த்தசாரதி கோவிலுக்கு போயிட்டு வெளிநாட்டிலேருந்து ஒரு சுவாமிஜி வந்திருக்காரா. அவரை பார்த்து ஆசீர்வாதம் வாங்கி நமஸ்காரம் பண்ணி குழந்தைய நமஸ்காரம் பண்ண வச்சு ஆசீர்வாதம் வாங்கிட்டு நமக்கு வந்து விடலான்னா.
சரிங்க அம்மா. யாரம்மா இந்த வெளிநாட்டுக்காரர்? நம்ம ஒரு வேஷ்டியெல்லாம் கட்டிட்டு இருக்காங்களே.
எனக்கே தெரியலைம்மா, நான் போய் விசாரிச்சு பார்க்கிறேன்.
சரி வாங்க.
யாரு நீங்க? நாங்க சுவாமிஜியை பார்க்க வந்திருக்கோம். அவரை பார்க்க முடியுமா?
Sorry, I cannot understand you.
என்ன சொல்றாங்க அம்மா?
அவருக்கு நம்ம ஆங்கிலத்தில பேசினா தான் புரியுமாம். தமிழ் அவருக்கு புரியலை போல இருக்கு. நம்ம ஆங்கிலத்திலேயே பேசி பார்ப்போம். Who are you? What is your name? Can we meet Swamiji?
I am Shyam Sundar. Oh, you want to meet Swamiji? Swamiji is in a meeting with Rajaji right now. You can meet him after some time.
அவ என்ன சொல்றா?
அவ சொல்லறா, சுவாமிஜி அவருக்கு தெரியுமா? சுவாமிஜி ஒரு ராஜாஜியோட கூட மீட்டிங்ல இருக்காரா, அவர் கூட ஏதோ பேசிட்டு இருக்காரா. அதனால நமக்கு கொஞ்ச நேரம் காத்திருந்து அவர்கிட்ட நமஸ்காரம் பண்ணி ஆசீர்வாதம் வாங்கிட்டே போவோமா?
சரிங்கம்மா. இவர் யாரம்மா? இவர் சுவாமிஜிக்கு என்ன வேணும்? இவர் என்னத்துக்கு மெட்ராஸுக்கு வந்திருக்கார்?
எனக்கு தெரியாது, அதெல்லாம் கேட்டு சொல்லுறேன். How do you know Swamiji? Why did you come to Madras?
His Divine Grace is my Guru Maharaj. We came to Madras to spread.
அம்மா,
அவருக்கு குருவாம் அந்த சுவாமிஜி. அவங்க எதுக்கு வந்திருக்கான்னு கேட்டா அவர் சொல்றார், கிருஷ்ணா பகவானை பற்றி ஊரில் எல்லாம் எல்லாருக்கும் சொல்லி கொடுக்க வந்திருக்காரு.
ஓ, அவளுக்கு எப்படி அம்மா சுவாமிஜியை தெரியும்? சுவாமிஜி எப்படி இவளுடைய குருவானார்? கொஞ்சம் கேட்டு சொல்லுங்க அம்மா.
இருமா, கேட்டு சொல்றேன். How did you become Swamiji your guru? Please tell me.
Okay, Hare Krishna. His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada is my spiritual master, my Guru Maharaj. He came to America to give us the teachings of Lord Krishna. We were hippies, but now we are happies. We are in Madras. We are here to spread this Krishna consciousness movement.
என்ன அம்மா சொல்றாங்க?
ஆமா, அந்த சுவாமிஜியோட பேரு வந்து ஏசி பக்தி வேதாந்த சுவாமி ஸ்ரீல பிரபுபாதரா. அவரு நம்ம ஊர்ல இருந்து வெள்ளக்கார ஊருக்கு போய் அங்க எல்லாருக்குமே கிருஷ்ண பகவானை பத்தி ஹரிநாம பிரச்சாரணம் நடத்தி இப்ப அவங்களோட மெட்ராஸுக்கு வந்திருக்காரு. இங்கேயும் எல்லாருக்குமே கிருஷ்ண பகவானை பற்றி அந்த ஹரிநாம பிரச்சாரணம் செய்யறாரு. நம்ம புராணங்கள்ல ஆழ்வார்மாரெல்லாம் சொல்லியிருக்காங்க இல்லையா, அது மாதிரியே இந்த ஹரிநாம பிரச்சாரணம் உலகம் முழுவதுமே பரவ போகுது பாரு. அவங்க அதுக்குதான் வந்திருக்காங்க.
ஆமா அம்மா, அவங்களோட உடையெல்லாம் பாத்தீங்களா, வைஷ்ணவர்கள் உடைய மாதிரியே திலகவும் கண்டி மாலையும் எல்லாம் போட்டு ஜபம் வேற செஞ்சுட்டு இருக்காங்க அம்மா. நம்மளும் அந்த சுவாமிஜி தரிசனத்தை எடுத்துக்கிட்டு இந்த அகில உலக கிருஷ்ண இயக்கத்துல சேர்ந்து பக்தியுத சேவன தொண்டு பண்ணிக்கலாம் அம்மா.
ஆமாமா, நமக்கு அப்படியே செய்யறோம். பிரபுபாதர் சென்னையில் வந்தது நம்மளோட எல்லாம் அதிர்ஷ்டம். பிரபுபாதர் சென்னையில் வந்ததினால அகில உலக கிருஷ்ண இயக்கத்தின் விதை விதைக்கப்பட்டது.
ஹரே கிருஷ்ணா ஹரே கிருஷ்ணா கிருஷ்ண கிருஷ்ணா ஹரே 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 ராமா ஹரே ராமா ராம ராமா ஹரே ஹரே. ஹரே கிருஷ்ணா கிருஷ்ண கிருஷ்ணா ஹரே 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 ராமா ராம ராமா ஹரே ஹரே. ஹரே கிருஷ்ணா கிருஷ்ண கிருஷ்ணா ஹரே 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 ராமா ராம ராம ஹரே ஹரே.
அடடே, அங்கு பாத்தியா, என்ன அற்புதம்!
ஆமாம், என்ன அற்புதம்!
வெளிநாட்டு மக்கள் நமது சனாதன தர்மமான கிருஷ்ண பக்தியை கடைபிடிக்கிறார்களே.
நம் நாட்டில் இருந்து கொண்டு நாமே நம் தர்மத்தையும் கலாச்சாரத்தையும் மறந்து விட்டோமே.
இவர்களை காணும் போது நமது பண்பாட்டினையும் கிருஷ்ண பக்தியையும் கடைபிடிப்பதற்கு உற்சாகப்படுத்துவது போல உள்ளது. வா, நாமும் ஹரே கிருஷ்ண மகாமந்திரத்தை கூறலாம். ஹரே கிருஷ்ண 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 ஹரே 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 ராம 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 ஹரே ஹரே.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. All of you can just type Hare Krishna in the comment box. Let's appreciate the devotees who put together this wonderful skit. Yes, thank you so much for sharing that. And we have one more interview, and I would like to interview His Grace Ajita Gopinath Prabhu. So Ajita Prabhu, if you're there, you can turn on your video. So he's in the area of improvement of life members care, donor care, and life patron services in Chennai. And yes, I'll just add Ajita Prabhu in the spotlight. Thank you, Prabhu, so much for what you do. You've been in this services and such an important role to play, maintaining those relationships with donors, life patrons, and this is one area which is really keeping the engine running. We need the Lakshmi Seva for so many other activities. So all of you do not know, all the life members, membership program, all of these have been pivotal in ISKCON Chennai's journey. And Ajita Prabhu has been playing a very important role in this, being instrumental in steering this program for several years and over 2 decades of, participating and in devotional service. So Ajita Prabhu, thank you once again. The question here is, what can be our initiatives? I'll just keep your microphone paused, Prabhu, so that it's, What can be the initiatives to enhance spiritual care and services we render to our existing members, patrons, and specifically donors, Prabhu? You can unmute and speak now, Prabhu, yes, in case it is having a feedback there.
Hare Krishna. So I'm audible?
Yes, you're audible now, Prabhu, yes.
So... So I'm missing the company of Prasanna Gopinath Prabhu, actually.
Yes, I wish he was there too. Yes.
Yeah. So actually, he's the guiding force to lead that, take care of our donors, life partners, and everything. So actually, if we see bhakti, So our movement is a bhakti movement. And part of bhakti is that the main philosophy, the conclusion that we are all servants of Krishna. So it's not the servant of Krishna, so related to Krishna's property, temple, different departments in the temple. Okay. So like donors, they are the assets, valuable assets of Krishna. Because in whatever preaching to extension, we require the help of the donors.
Yes.
So see our temple, I think we shifted here 2002 from Barkit Road to our ECR in Jambakamla. And we were struggling to build up the temple 10 years down the line. Whatever, it's not that we were not able to collect it. We were collecting it, but our temple expenses in itself is very huge. So whatever we were collecting, it was going into the temple maintenance. And rather 5% or some very few amount is left over, or nothing is left over to build up, means to take up the construction process further. So we were going on delayed. Then with Krishna's mercy, then we find a donor. Actually, it was Sheetal, IYS girl, and that credit goes to against Sukirti and Amrendra, and they were preaching to her. And so she was very enthusiastic, very enthusiastic. And she was collecting for the temple construction. She asked from her father, and her father said that I cannot able to give this much amount. I can give you 50,000 rupees or maximum 1 lakh rupees. Okay. But I can help you. I know one donor. Is there, and who used to contribute a lot, and he's a very good friend of me. So then with Krishna's mercy, Guru and Gauranga blessings, Bhanu Maharaj Kripa, we met Sangiji. So Sajjanji, her father name is Sajjan Kumar Gupta. So he introduced us to Sangi, Mr. Sangi. And then we met Mr. Sangi, and he came, his whole family came, not once, twice, thrice, and he's already a life member. Okay. In the past, I think 5-6 years back, Rohit Prabhu made him, some devotee made him a life member, and he said that he used to come to the temple in Janmashtami to honor our pulao and raita. He likes that pulao. Nice. So when we call them and we narrated the whole summary that, and we show them the deities, and he was inspired to help the temple. So, okay, the initial we told that, okay, you gave it for this entire altar. So he agreed for that, and we quoted him some, 35 lakhs rupees. And then we come out to the conclusion, then we step up, increase. No, bhaiya, it is more. Actually, you have to give 50, 55 something. And then when actually it was coming up, we asked no 65. And actually he paid up at ending up means 80 lakhs rupees for the temple, this one. And that's one amazing thing I will tell you that, and in that, me and Prasanna Prabhu regularly used to meet him. And one day he calls us and he told, you immediately come to my office. So we both rushed to his office. So my office was nearby, and Prasanna's office was also nearby. And when we went there, and 3-4 office friend circle, business community, they were also sitting there. And they raised a very serious issue with ISKCON Chennai. And they told us that ISKCON is only after the money. They takes money and then they forgets. Okay. And luckily, Prasanna is also here. Come join.
Come, Prabhu, please. Yeah. We want to know the journey of, how the temple had come up. Yes. And all
Prasanna, be there. Prasanna.
Fundraising.
Prasanna Gopinath.
Prabhu.
I am trying to see whether you are in the onboard.
Prasanna Prabhu, we want to see a Prasanna face. Happy face.
Yes, please.
Prasanna, be seated with them. I'm just trying to reach you as well.
He is an example of friend raising, fundraising. He raises friend, and through friends he makes fundraising. He's a perfect
wonderful.
example.
That's a Yes.
Donor care.
Yes.
Program.
Yeah. So Prasanna Prabhu, you were asking Prabhu to share with us the journey of how how fundraising started for the temple, and he's giving us the story. Yes. Sharing us the journey.
And caring for.
So then, Prabhu, we can't hear you. Ajita Prabhu, you are muted. You need to unmute.
So I think he will speak on what are the improvements we required in the donor care. Okay.
Okay. Yes.
Huh?
Carry on.
Why carry on? Okay.
Yes, Prabhu. So then what happened? So this happened, then you went to that office, you met all of them.
Donor care means relationship building. Bolo.
We can hear you.
Yeah, they can hear you.
So donor care means relationship building. So what all we have to do for relationship building, we should do as a devotee.
Yes.
Because if we don't do, then we are spoiling the name of the movement and Prabhupada.
Yes.
So it is not only taking money and just saying thank you very much. It is much beyond that. This is what is donor care. It is it means a building relationship. We have to go extra mile to develop that relationship and make them a devotee or make them faithful to ISKCON.
Yes.
Otherwise, why they will come? And most of the people come one time and they leave because we don't do a proper care. We don't go a mile ahead, step ahead to take care of them. We just simply take money and say thank you. That is not donor care. Donor care doesn't mean calling up on a birthday and wishing him. That's it. Donor care is much.
It's a part of that. It's also a part of that.
It is much
more deeper than that.
You have to really see.
So as I told her that they are the assets of our temple.
Assets of the movement.
So how we take care of our assets. So the same way we have to.
Giving example for it. How we took care of Shangiji and family. And that's the reason we are able to get help and thanks them in good and bad time of them. It is not that only we take when they have money or it is something on a birthday wish. Even if they have bad time, we should support them. If they have good time, we should support them. And we should build a relationship, and relationship is built only by communicating, by meeting. If you don't communicate, you don't meet them, you don't show a gesture, you cannot develop a relationship. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Prabhu, for sharing. So wonderful. Thank you, Prabhu, for sharing those important points. And Ajita Prabhu, you can continue on what happened when you met them. There were 3-4 of them waiting there for you. So what happened? We are curious to know. They were saying ISKCON is only to collect money.
So
how did
only to collect money, and then after collecting the money, after the temple will build up, you don't care of us. So, and it looks like that we were surrounded by, all types, and they were attacking us. And it was not that. And it was a real challenge to prove it practically that we are not like that. And we are really here to take care of our donors, and we respect them. Donors are really matter for us. It's not that we are collecting money. They're real assets for us. And like I told her that the mood of a donor means donor care is that we are the servants, and we are the servants of the donor also.
True.
So in that mood, if we serve the donors, we call them to the temple, take care of them. It is not that collecting money and leave it. The mood should be that we are the servants. We are the servants of the donor. If we serve them, then definitely we have a long-lasting relationship with them. So that was, in fact, that was a good challenge actually when he called us and we surrounded with the question and answers. Actually, it was raised by the Bangalore temple, maybe. I was feeling that because they were also calling and to donate in the Trimemur land and everything. So
how did you change that? Like, how did their perspective change?
So practically, we changed them. Means now we have a, it's not a donor relationship. We have a one-to-one personal family relationship.
Family relationship.
Family relationship. Yeah. Suppose Mr. Sanghi is calling, my so-and-so is coming. We are running from our shop and we are taking care, or we are making arrangement of that.
Yes.
So we are showing them practice. It is not that I am not here, I am in my shop, I cannot attend you, come after Sunday, or I cannot meet. Oh, sorry, Prabhu, I am this and this. So we are making sure that somebody is there to take care of them.
Yes.
It's not an easy job, actually. So we are taking, and we work like a team, like Amrendra, Prasanna, Sukirti, and myself.
Yes.
A lot of time you have to spend at in building up the relationship. So it is not a one day that you have to show them. You have to show them that you are really taking care of them. You're really taking care of them. What they want, actually. Now they have given money. So what they want, whenever they are coming to the temple, they must be taken care of them. Or whosoever their relatives they are coming up. So see, all are not the devotees. Our donors are not the devotees. There is a big difference, actually.
Yes.
So I want to clarify that also. The congregation, the donors, see the donors who accepted the philosophy, who started taking up the Krishna consciousness, he became the congregation. So I was like that. I started my journey as a donor. But with the love and affection of Sumitra Prabhu, Amrendra Prabhu, over the time, Dharapati Prabhu, Tirthraj Prabhu, they were coming, they were, teaching the philosophy, accepted. I became a congregation. Once the congregation comes up, okay, they will take up. But the donor is a donor. And many donors, like the donor Rajendra ji, he doesn't accept our philosophy. We do not discuss any philosophy. If we discuss the philosophy, it's a blast, bomb blast. He will stop coming to the temple because he has his own philosophy and he don't want to understand it.
Correct.
So donorship has a overall very large picture to
discuss philosophy with his donors.
And Prasanna is saying Prabhupada never discussed philosophy with his donors.
Yes.
Mr. Desai, father of Desai,
we try. Actually, we are serving the philosophy in a palatable way, in a different way. We inspired Sangiji to have the program or other donors in their house chant. So his wife has started taking up chanting. Sometimes she chants, sometimes she doesn't chant. But
they chant, offering.
Now they are coming every day, every Sunday.
They manage crowd management.
The most important thing is that the improvement where we required it at in order to build a strong relationship in our temple to take care of the donors. Actually, there are many preachers who goes and who build up relationship. And then we end up, he's my donor, he's my donor, you don't talk to him. That's a very wrong attitude, actually.
Got it.
Some are good in building relationships. Some are good in talking the philosophy. Some are good in serving in different ways. Like example, I will give you, Mr. Sanghi example. Okay.
Yes.
So when I'm saying Sanghi, I'm not saying Sanghi alone. Sanghi means he has introduced more than 10, 20 devotees, 20 donors with us. 20 donors. And if you see, most of the things have come because of the Sanghis and his relatives and the friends donation. See, we built up the temple altar, Shuddha Sattva, our marriage, this guest house facilities, rooms facilities, public toilets, matchless gifts, and then VIP car parking, paved block, temple and Sanghi's 50-50. And then he donated in the filling of the land.
Yes.
His friend, he has given more than 35 lakhs rupees, Rajendra ji. Half of the land he filled it. And then basement, entire thing, he gave the donation for tiles.
Wonderful.
So it is not that it's one thing. When we don't means one donor, if you have a very good relationship, he will bring 10 more.
He'll bring more.
10 more. If he's getting satisfaction, he will recommend 10 more. I will tell you one very good, I think nobody knows about it. I'm changing the topic, then I will come to the main topic. I will tell you one incident is coming to my mind.
Yes,
a very good incident. And then you will respect the donor. Who is it, actually? So Prasanna, myself, and Amarendra knows it. This one, maybe Rao Prabhu must be aware of that. So what happened that when we went to Makrana, we purchased this marbles we purchased it. Some 8-10 trucks we purchased. So in one of the truck, what happened? The guy has cheated us. He has given us, a black spotted marble. So we were very, what to do it, we don't have the money, and we were running with a very, very, tight budget. Very tight budget. Each and every paisa was, meaningful for us. And how we have to spend it in Krishna service. We have to be very, very careful in that. So the whole night means we didn't able to sleep. Many nights, I will say that. So what to do? So we asked Maharaj. Maharaj told, okay, put them in this one. On the sides, their walls all around the temple altar, the walls are there. So we started putting the tiles, those tiles in the temple walls itself. So what happened that during the construction in 2011, Sangiji and his wife used to come whenever we were there. They used to come daily, because almost we come to the temple daily.
Yes.
Me and Prasanna, Amarendra was there, project in charge. So what happened that he came and almost we finished the fixing of marbles in all the walls, and the final coating has to be done. Final cement coating has to be done. So Sangiji and his wife came, and they saw that black, everything is black, it doesn't look nice, and he started shouting. He called 3 of us and he started scolding us like anything. What is this? And he started saying in Hindi that, "Main Bhagwan ko kya muh dikhaunga?" You understand Hindi, na?
Yes, I can understand.
The face I will show
what
it
face
to the
can
Lord.
I show?
I am living in such a big facility, and I am giving to this Lord. This was the heart he made the temple. I'm just telling the truth. Nothing I am adding on it. This was the heart Mr. Sangi has built up, and this is all possible because of building the relationship.
Yes.
And then we told that Bhaiya, we don't have the money. Actually, he told immediately, ask what amount you wanted. Whatever the amount, you immediately remove. He called himself the laborer. Head of the labor. He ordered him, removed everything. I don't want tomorrow. I don't want all these in the walls. I will throw you out otherwise. You remove it. Where the money will come? He tell whatever the money is there, 10 lakhs, 15 lakhs, whatever is that, you come and take the check. You go and buy it. And then he immediately change it, everything. So that was the mood he was having in making the temple. So what I'm saying is that when we have that mentality that my donor, this donor, you don't talk to them, this one. So
that's not a good.
That's not a good criteria or circumstances we are building up in our temple. You see, I will give you one example, practical example. Sangiji is coming to the temple. He's talking to everyone. He's talking to Rao Prabhu. He's talking to everyone. Rao Prabhu convinced him that, okay, you give it for this. He gave it. And we don't bother it. Main purpose is that he has to be taken care. And after that, he has to be invested in some building of the facilities. Yes. Simple reason. Either Rao Prabhu is talking, Prasanna Prabhu is talking, or Ajita is talking, doesn't matter. Because he is the assets of Krishna.
Absolutely, Prabhu.
So we should have that mentality. We should shut up that mentality that my donor, this donor, I cultivated him. This one. And yes, tomorrow festival is sponsored by, this feast is sponsored by Mrs. Sangi.
Nice.
So wonderful. It is not that it's a one-day relationship. It's an everlasting relationship, never-ending relationship. So we don't have a problem. Rao Prabhu has a very good way to talk to him, and he convinced him. We were very happy. He gave 2 lakhs rupees for land filling. Rao Prabhu convinced him for making the paved blocks.
Yes. Amazing.
It's nice. So we all working as a team. We all working as a team. Because he belongs to the temple, and temple doesn't belong to a single person.
Yes.
Temple belongs to Krishna, Guru and Gauranga. Exactly. And the mood should be that we are the servant of Krishna, and that mood should be there in serving our donors also. If we have that mood, definitely we will get the success.
Wonderful, Prabhu. Prabhu, thank you so much for bringing out the essence of what it takes to build that relationship. It is not just for money. It's
not just
very,
money.
Very,
many
it's a very
people,
personal
see,
thing.
Rajendra ji, he was not giving. He was not giving in the initial stage. He was just coming to the temple, and we were serving them.
Yes,
we were serving them. Still, many donors are there, those who are coming along with Sangiji, but they are not giving, but we are serving them, because a day will come, he will give. Don't ask money. Because once Sumitra Prabhu has sent us in one seminar conducted by Devki Nandan Prabhu. And there, at least in Hyderabad, I think Ranga Krishna Prabhu was also there. There I was fortunate to speak to him personally, one-to-one, half an hour, and in a very friend. And he gave me a very wonderful tips that, you know.
Yes.
And he told me that he gave his example that this Reliance Mukesh Ambani or something that I think that, and he has a very good relationship. He never gave it to the anything, but he never asked. But he's building up the relationship.
Yes.
And he never asked the donors. He will say, if donors will say that, okay, I want to give, no, you keep it with us. The day will come, we will ask money. The same thing yesterday, Venudhari Prabhu, he was here in serving Guru Maharaj. He was telling in Arpukotai how he has got the land. He was serving one very big donor, keep on serving, and he wants to give, no, we will ask you something whenever we need it. And the day come, and he gave the land, 1 acre land to Arpukotai temple, and they started the construction. So it's not a one day collect money, forget the donors. We should not be like that. The mood should be that always to serve. In preaching, in donor care, in bhakti, whatever you are, because everything is a part of bhakti. Donor care is also a part of the bhakti.
Ajita Prabhu,
fantastic.
Ajita Prabhu, I want just one thing. Shabdari Prabhu, Ajita Prabhu, he is a life member. Prasanna became life patron. Amrinder became life patron. Siddhisham, we have seen it today morning. Giriraj Maharaj gave a class how he invested all time in membership. Remember, Prabhupada wanted membership is not just make member and just forget it. Cultivate them, they'll become devotees. Future, they'll be starting giving. This is an example. Now we have one life patron who took up Krishna consciousness so seriously, took the initiation. Now he's developing.
He's creating more life patrons.
It's a beautiful system of thing.
Wonderful, Prabhu. Thank you for sharing, Sumitra Prabhu and Ajita Prabhu. Thank you so much. All of you, if you found this inspiring, type Hare Krishna in the comment box. Let's all thank Ajita Prabhu, Prasanna Gopinath Prabhu for really spearheading the.
I wanted that he should come, and I was praying and he was here.
I'm so glad Prasanna Prabhu could also come and share his pointers. Wonderful, Prabhu. So any tips? I know you've already given us a lot, but let's say a regular congregation devotee, in case they come across if they see a potential in somebody contributing to the temple, what should they actually do to make it smooth? Should they connect them to you, or what's the best thing?
No, see that congregation also. See, congregation means who are the congregation. We have to understand this point. Congregation means those who understand the philosophy and following that philosophy. Practicing that philosophy. There's no need of preaching to them. Yes, guidance is required in day-to-day bhakti life, that the problems come. Okay, that is a different issue. Because, so what actually that many congregations are also listening to this. So the temple should be run by the congregation contribution. Although they are doing so many contributions, amazing contribution they are doing, amazing. Ranga Krishna Prabhu must be aware of that. And they are doing tremendous seva to the temple. So, and development process has to be go with the donors, collection of the donors. So in this way, temple got a build up, means temple maintenance has to be got up, run up. We have to maintain the temple devotees, because we have expenses, many lakhs of rupees expenses. Temple will not run, and nothing comes in free in this material world. We have to pay. And further, we have so much of activities to be
upcoming
projects, phase 2. So definitely for that we have to collect and further we have making the assets, like we have built up the temple in 2012. Now the painting is required, so it is costing 25 lakhs rupees. From where it will come? So a combination of congregation and donor collection has to be go side by side. Congregation has to understand. But many times, the congregation, they approach me and they are saying, you are only giving importance to the donors. Arey Baba, you understand the philosophy. Now you want name and fame again. We are taking care of you. Donor, he doesn't know about it, because he is giving his hard-earned money so that he can get his name and fame. Openly they are saying.
Yes.
We have to take care of them. And if that thing, that nourishment of name and fame, we will not give, that taking care, that is also a part of this donor care.
Yes, yes.
So that nourishment, we don't give it to them, then they will not entertain to us. That the congregation has to understand why you put the name of the donors. So you are after the money. We are after everything.
Yeah.
Money is also required. Preaching is also required.
So
everything
like they say,
is required.
The charity begins at home. So first congregation, we start to contribute for the internal, and then there's this other role where we have a
congregation
team of
has to understand this point actually.
Yeah.
Congregation has to understand the point that
Prabhu,
they should also help us in building the relationship with the donors.
With donors. Got it, Prabhu. Yes. So
and it should be a common donors. The donors are common. Means Krishna belongs to Prabhupada.
Krishna. Yes.
Yeah. It doesn't belong to anyone. That my donor, this donor, that donor.
That's clear. Yeah. That you made it very clear, Prabhu. Wonderful.
Ajita Prabhu, it was said that every Christian, he gives a percentage of his earning, the congregation gives to the church development. That's the reason Christianity has spread wide and well. So as Ajita Prabhu was mentioning that, we are the host actually, congregation temple, we are the host.
You're the host.
We are to help in that, and donors are to, I just want to share a small thing because it's connected to Ajita Prabhu's fundraising and relationship building. Once in Vrindavan, Prabhupada used to translate after night 2 o'clock. He wakes up early in the morning and one small table lamp, and you could see from his window, there's an argument between one person who came in an auto rickshaw with a briefcase and a security. Immediately, Prabhupada came down and found out what is the argument. So there was a life member who missed the flight. The flight came late. So he had booked he booked a room in the H1. The watchman said, no, 10 o'clock, we will not leave. Prabhupada got so angry. Then he spoke to the watchman in Hindi. He called up the temple president immediately. He made him come down. He said, you carry this briefcase, boxes, keep it in his room. Prabhupada told the temple president, let us go to the kitchen. Both of them made chapati, puri, and 2 sabji and gave the life member. This was the care Prabhupada took. That's the impact that. That's one thing I just want to share.
Thank you. Thank you for sharing, Prabhu. And once again, thank you, Ajita Gopinath Prabhu, for sharing all of those insights on donor, how to handle donors, how to build a relationship. And if all of you are inspired by this, you can type Hare Krishna once again. And Ajita Prabhu, please continue your wonderful services so that we can, keep launching new projects and expanding the bigger vision of ISKCON Chennai. Thank you, Prabhu, for sharing. And now I'm going to pass it on back to Guru Kripa Prabhu. If you're there, I'll pass it back to you. I will have to take leave at this point, but it was wonderful interacting and understanding the team that's come together, that's making Chennai one of those centers that everyone is looking at in terms of development, growth, and more than anything else, fulfilling Srila Prabhupada's vision. And we are so happy that
Prabhu, I have a small request.
Yes, Prabhu.
We, a congregation of ISKCON Chennai, would like to have with you a seminar on digital preaching, how to effectively.
Anytime, Prabhu. Would love to.
We want it, and we translate in Tamil also. And you have been giving this to many other devotees. Chennai devotees will be very benefited.
Definitely, Prabhu. Always there at service for Chennai devotees. Thank you so much. This camera just went off, but I'll have to take leave, Prabhus. I'll just pass it on now back to Guru Kripa Prabhu. If you're there, I will just.
I think he's traveling, Prabhu.
He's traveling, Prabhu. Okay, Prabhu. So Ramakrishna Prabhu, I'll just pass it back to you. And I'll have to take leave. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. By the grace of His Holiness Manaswami Maharaj and all the senior devotees, we have been able to offer a small service to Srila Prabhupada today in glorification of his visit to Chennai. And at a very short notice, I think the whole program was planned in just a week ago, week or 10 days back. What to speak, almost 5 to 6 skits were played today. There are poems, there were presentations, there were glorifications. And it's been wonderful, the cooperation by the Bhakti Vichar leaders and all the facilitators like Srinath Prabhu, Bhaktarupa Prabhu, Guru Kripa Prabhu. Many of them, like the Prem Bhakti Mataji, has been in charge of the broadcasting these messages, all the changes that's happening. And there are a lot of devotees who have been part of it. And also the TMT members. The interview was very wonderful in the sense that it's like this interview has been an impetus, an eye-opener, or we can say the re-emphasizing what the TMT's focus, goals are already planned, just to re-emphasize the same thing. And of course, in the initial stage, though we have had almost 4 facilitators, by the arrangement beyond our control, all the things failed. And at least after 45 minutes, things stabilized. And we regret the inconvenience caused to the devotees by doing that. And it is also not the intention of not mentioning some of the names. Whatever I could just remember, I just shared it with devotees. And it is just the one lesson personally I learned is, though the enthusiasm is there to celebrate at short notice, it is not sufficient for the organizers to do it in a nice way. Though it has been nice today, if we give more notice, we'll be able to do much more better. And then we will try to do that. And with all your cooperation, we are able to do whatever we are able to do today. And let's offer our respectful obeisances to all the Vaishnava devotees, so that we are able to do much more better in the coming events, which is very pleasing to the GBCCR.
Also,
Hare Krishna.
One minute, I want to tell something. It was just a short notice, because 2 weeks back, we had received a mail from the ISKCON Development Board that during 1972, Prabhupada traveled many places, Chennai, Visakhapatnam, different places, and we were asked to show this Prabhupada movie during these 5 days. Then I told, we already had this 50th anniversary of Prabhupada's ISKCON movement, we already did it. Then Srila writes a message saying that, oh, not that only movie, you have to do some skits, drama, everything. I immediately shared this with Rangakrishna Prabhu just 10 days back. It's amazing that I know that once when thing goes to Rangakrishna Prabhu, it will happen. So he started sending this to his teamwork, and that's the reason we have seen a wonderful presentation of glorifying Prabhupada on his visit of 1972 visit here. It's wonderful. And not only that, we have got all the devotees, senior devotees like Giriraj Maharaj and Hari Sauri, Ganga Prabhu, all the devotees who have done a lot of service to ISKCON Chennai in the early days. So I thank Rangakrishna Prabhu and his team of media team who have done this wonderful job. And we have still 16, we have this program. I request all the devotees to please tell other devotees who are not joining this morning programs, evening programs, please join. We have more wonderful sessions till 16. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Prabhu. I want devotees to hold on. Srinath Prabhu and I believe
yes, Prabhu,
one more skit is pending.
Yes,
please ensure that we play that before we close, because I didn't know what is missing because of the initial technical hitch up. Srinath Prabhu, take over. Don't miss out anything, please. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Hare Krishna, Prabhu. So I will continue this. So whatever is pending here. So next one, we will have one program, ISKCON. Actually, that was done by the West Palm devotees, led by Krishna Prabhu himself. So that was a conversation, Srila Prabhupada's conversation with Rajaji. So that was in an interesting conversation that was enacted as a skit in Tamil. So Veena Mataji has played as Srila Prabhupada and Satya Prabhu as Rajaji. So let's witness this wonderful conversation in Tamil and take it forward. And before this skit, I will just present, one more thing. There are a couple of kids, who were very enthusiastic, wanted to serve Srila Prabhupada in their own way. So they have presented a couple of pictures. So by Bhavya Mataji, Bhavya, small kids, and Likita. So I'll just present the teams here. So this one is, Srila Prabhupada's books. Srila Prabhupada's contribution is, the important contribution Srila Prabhupada is in the books. And the early books, that was given by Srila Prabhupada was Krishna book, Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam, 3 cantos. So this is what, Bhavya wanted to, present. So thank you, Bhakti and Bhavya, for this wonderful drawing as an offering to Srila Prabhupada. And Bhakti Likita, she wanted to show how everything can be dovetailed in the service of Krishna. In this modern world, there are so many things, distractions and things like that. Jacob Prabhu was mentioning how, that distractions can be used in the service of Krishna. So if you have a car and if you want to, travel to different places, things like that, yes, why don't you go to the place of pilgrimage, visit devotees, Vrindavan, so many, places of, any place of ISKCON is a place of pilgrimage. So you can travel all over the world. And, if you want to watch TV, then you can watch Little Krishna. And if you want to listen to music, use the tape recorder and things like that, modern things, you hear a lot of Hare Krishna songs, use computers, and use everything, what you, prepare, offer, everything, and then eat delicious prasadam, like, it's wonderfully made. So thank you, Bhakti Likita. So with this, we will, go back to the presentation, what we were talking about. So this presentation, conversation with Srila Prabhupada with Rajaji. Okay. So let's play that.
ஸ்ரீல பிரபுபாதர் தனது 20 சீடர்களுடன் கிருஷ்ண பக்தி இயக்கத்தை பரப்பும் பொருட்டு சென்னைக்கு விஜயம் செய்தார். அப்பொழுது ஸ்ரீல பிரபுபாதர் சில புகழ்பெற்ற மனிதர்களை நேரில் சந்தித்து அவர்களிடம் இந்த கிருஷ்ண உணர்வை பற்றி கலந்துரையாடினார். இதன் மூலமாக தமிழகத்தில் அவர்களை கிருஷ்ண பக்தி உணர்வில் முன்மாதிரியாக விளங்க செய்ய வேண்டும் என விரும்பினார். அவ்வாறு ஸ்ரீல பிரபுபாதர் சந்தித்த புகழ்பெற்ற மனிதர்களில் ஒருவர் ஸ்ரீ ராஜகோபாலாச்சாரி அல்லது ராஜாஜி ஆவர். அவர் சுதந்திர இந்தியாவின் முதல் கவர்னர் ஜெனரலாகவும் தமிழகத்தின் முதலமைச்சராகவும் பணியாற்றியிருந்தார். மேலும் அவர் மகாத்மா காந்தியின் சிறந்த நண்பராகவும் விளங்கினார். இந்த சந்திப்பின் போது ராஜாஜி அவர்களுக்கு வயது 90 ஆகி இருந்தது. அவர் ஸ்ரீல பிரபுபாதரின் கிருஷ்ண பக்தி இயக்கத்திற்கு மிகவும் ஆதரவாக இருந்தார். ஸ்ரீல பிரபுபாதர் சென்னைக்கு விஜயம் செய்த 50வது ஆண்டு நிறைவை கொண்டாடும் முன்னிட்டு இந்த கலந்துரையாடலை ஸ்ரீல பிரபுபாதர் லீலாமிருதம் என்னும் புத்தகத்தில் இருந்து எடுத்து இங்கு குறும்படமாக சமர்ப்பிக்கிறோம். ஸ்ரீல பிரபுபாத் கி ஜெய்.
வணக்கம், வாருங்கள், உள்ளே வந்து என் அருகே அமருங்கள்.
தாங்கள் மேற்கு வங்காளத்தை சேர்ந்தவர் தானே?
ஆம், கல்கத்தாவில் பிறந்தேன்.
மிக சிறப்பான நகரம்.
தாங்கள் கூட கவர்னராக இருந்தீர்களே?
மோசமாக கவனித்துக் கொண்டேன். அங்கு சில காலம் கவர்னர் என்று அழைக்கப்பட்டேன். மேற்கு வங்கம் எனக்கு மிக பிடித்த இடமாக இருந்தது. அனைவரும் அன்புடன் பழகுவர். பல கலவரங்கள் மற்றும் மரணத்திற்கு பிறகு அமைதியானார்கள். அனைவரும் எனக்கு நல்ல ஒத்துழைப்பு கொடுத்தனர். என்னை பாரபட்சமற்ற மனிதனாக பார்த்தார்கள். இது நம் நாட்டில் கிடைக்கக்கூடிய பாராட்டுகளில் மிகப்பெரிய ஒன்று. தற்போது நீங்கள் ஒரு பெரிய பணியை எடுத்துள்ளீர்கள். அதை விவாதிக்கவோ கருத்து தெரிவிக்கவோ எனக்கு தகுதி இல்லை.
இல்லை இல்லை, நீங்கள் தான் கருத்து சொல்ல சிறந்த மனிதர் என்று நான் நினைக்கிறேன்.
உண்மையில் பணி செய்பவரை பற்றி கருத்து தெரிவிக்கும் அளவுக்கு நான் தற்பெருமையுடன் இல்லை. சிந்தனை செய்வதற்கும் செயல் புரிவதற்கும் வித்தியாசம் உள்ளது. சிந்திப்பது எளிது, செயல் செய்வதற்கு நிறைய உத்வேகம் தேவை. அச்செயலை நீங்கள் செய்து வருகிறீர்கள்.
நான் நீண்ட காலத்திற்கு முன்பே இந்த பணியை செய்ய நினைத்தேன்.
உங்கள் சமுதாயம் உலகம் முழுவதும் சிதறி கிடைக்கிறதே, ஒன்றாக வாழ்கிறார்களா? இந்த நிறுவனத்தை நடத்தும் தங்களை
வைக்கிறேன்.
ஆனாலும் தவறான செய்திகள் வெளியே வருகின்றன. அடுத்த சிரமமான ஒன்று தங்களுக்கு.
ஆமாம், உண்மையில்
மிகவும் கவனத்துடன் இருங்கள். மக்கள் இது சம்பந்தமாக கதைகள் உருவாக்க தயாராக உள்ளனர். முதியவன் என்ற முறையில் கூறுகிறேன்.
ஆமாம், மிக முக்கியமான ஒன்று.
இதெல்லாம் சிறிய சிறிய விஷயங்கள். அனைவரையும் கிருஷ்ண பக்தர்கள் ஆக்குவது, கிருஷ்ணரை வழிபட செய்வது தங்களின் பெரும் செயல். தாங்கள் பகவத்கீதை அல்லது ஸ்ரீமத் பாகவதம் இதில் எதற்கு முக்கியத்துவம் அளிக்கின்றீர்கள்?
பகவத்கீதை என்பது ஸ்ரீமத் பாகவதத்தின் ஆரம்ப நிலை.
சரியே, பாகவதத்தில் நிறைய ஆபத்துக்கள் உள்ளன. ஸ்ரீ கிருஷ்ணரை பற்றி உள்ளது, அவதாரமான மகாவிஷ்ணுவை பற்றி உள்ளது. வேறுபட்டவை. ஸ்ரீ கிருஷ்ணரின் வாழ்க்கையை தவறாக புரிந்து கொள்ளக்கூடியவை.
ஆமாம், நாங்கள் மிகுந்த கவனத்துடன் எடுத்துரைக்கிறோம்.
நான் தான் ஸ்ரீ கிருஷ்ணர் என்று பொதுவாக ஒவ்வொருவரும் நினைப்பர்.
இது முற்றிலும் அர்த்தமற்றது.
அதுதான் நடக்கின்றது.
ஆமாம்,
அது மிகவும் ஆபத்தானது. பகவத்கீதை ஆச்சாரியை பற்றியது. ஒரு சில இடங்களில் தான் பரமபுருஷ பகவான் என்று உள்ளது. ஸ்ரீ கிருஷ்ணர் குருவாய் உள்ளார். நான் உங்களுக்கு உபதேசிக்கவில்லை, எனக்கு தெரிந்தவற்றை கூறுகிறேன். என்னுடைய கேள்வி என்னவென்றால், தாங்கள் இருந்தபடியே தங்கள் தத்துவங்களை பரப்பலாமே, எதற்காக ஒரு தனி இயக்கத்தை உருவாக்கியுள்ளீர்? இந்த இயக்கம் மனிதர் போன்று தற்பெருமை, பற்று போன்றவற்றுடன் விளங்கும். மற்ற இயக்கங்களை விட சிறந்து விளங்க வேண்டும் என்ற எண்ணம் தோன்றும். எனவே அனைத்து சுயநல பலவீனங்களும் நிறுவனத்திற்கு பொருந்தும். ஆகையால் கடவுளின் அருளால் எவ்வாறு பற்றின்மையுடனும் இறை நம்பிக்கையுடனும் செயல்படுவது என்ற கீதாச்சாரியரின் போதனைகளை பரப்புவதே உங்கள் நோக்கமாக இருந்தால் தவறு ஏற்படாது.
இல்லை, பற்றற்ற தன்மை இருக்கும்போது மற்றொரு பற்றுடைமை இருக்க வேண்டும்.
கடவுளின் மீது.
அது தேவை.
நீங்கள் திருவள்ளுவர் தமிழில் எழுதிய திருக்குறள் அறிவே என நம்புகிறேன். இதை மிக தெளிவாக கூறியுள்ளார். பிறவி பெருங்கடல் நீந்துவர், நீந்தார் இறைவனடி சேராதார். பற்றின்றி வாழ விரும்பினார் இறைவன் மீது பற்றுக்கொள்ள வேண்டும்.
உண்மையே.
இறைவன் மீது பற்றுக்கொள்வதே சரியானது.
கிருஷ்ணர் மீது
நான் கிருஷ்ணரை கோவிந்தா என்பேன்.
சரியே.
ஆகையால் கோவிந்தன் மீது பற்றிருக்க வேண்டுமே தவிர இயக்கத்தின் மீது அல்ல.
கோவிந்தர் முழுமையானவர். கோவிந்தரும் அவருடைய இயக்கமும் ஒன்றே. இரண்டிற்கும் வேறுபாடில்லை.
மேலும் நான் விவாதிக்க விரும்பவில்லை. நான் முன்பு கூறியது போல் இதனை விவாதிக்கும் அளவிற்கு நான் தகுதியுடன் இல்லை. நான் எனது கருத்தினை தான் கூறினேன்.
இல்லை, இதற்கு தேவையான விளக்கங்களை நான் அளிக்கிறேன். கிருஷ்ணரை போலவே அவரது பெயர், அவரது உருவம், அவரது லீலைகள், அவரது பயண விவரங்கள் இறைத்தன்மையுடையது. அனைத்தும் கிருஷ்ணரே. இல்லையெனில் கிருஷ்ண நாமத்தினை ஜபிப்பதில் என்ன பயனுள்ளது? உதாரணத்திற்கு, நான் தாகத்துடன் இருக்கும் பொழுது தண்ணீர் தண்ணீர் என்று ஜபம் செய்தால் என் தாகம் தீராது. உண்மையான ஜலப்பொருள் தண்ணீர் இல்லை என்றால் தாகம் தீராது. ஆனால் கிருஷ்ண நாம ஜபம், கிருஷ்ண பக்தி இயக்கம் இது போன்றதில்லை. இவை அனைத்தும் கிருஷ்ணரே. ஹரே கிருஷ்ணா.
Thank you. That was a very wonderful, enacted conversation. So, we have been discussing about the conversation in English. So for the Tamil-speaking world, definitely, they will be able to understand much better on what was the conversation. If you like, definitely, please encourage this team who had made this wonderful skit. Please appreciate. The paintings was good and this skit was very good. So let's move on quickly to the next one. So there was a poem, a short poem in Tamil, written by Vijayanara and Prabhu from Sholinglaru BB, headed by Manoharini Mataji. So we'll just play that, a short poem, and followed by just a couple of more programs only. So we'll just listen to that poem.
Hare Krishna. Namo Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Nidhinamini Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharini Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pashashate Shatarini ஷோடிநல்லூர் பக்தி விஷாவிலிருந்து விஜயநாராயணன். இன்று ஸ்ரீல பிரபுபாதருக்கு பணிவுடன் ஒரு கவிதையை அர்ப்பணிக்கிறேன். உலகமெங்கும் திக்விஜயம் செய்து அனைத்து மக்களுக்கும் ஆத்ம ஞானம் தந்தீர்கள். உலகமெங்கும் திக்விஜயம் செய்து அனைத்து மக்களுக்கும் ஆத்ம ஞானம் தந்தீர்கள். ஹிப்பிகளுக்கு நீங்கள் சிற்பியாயிருந்து அவர்களை ஆன்மீகமயமாக்கினீர்கள். ஹிப்பிகளுக்கு நீங்கள் சிற்பியாயிருந்து அவர்களை ஆன்மீகமயமாக்கினீர்கள். ஹரிநாமம் என்னும் புனித ஒளி கொண்டு எங்கள் அறியாமை என்னும் இருளில் ஒளி ஏற்றினீர்கள். ஹரிநாமம் என்னும் புனித ஒளி கொண்டு எங்கள் அறியாமை என்னும் இருளில் ஒளி ஏற்றினீர்கள். பாகவதம் பகவத்கீதை என்னும் அமிர்தத்தோடு உணவையும் பிரசாதமாக்கி எங்கள் உணர்வை தூய்மையாக்கினீர்கள். பாகவதம் பகவத்கீதை என்னும் அமிர்தத்தோடு உணவையும் பிரசாதமாக்கி எங்கள் உணர்வை தூய்மையாக்கினீர்கள். குருவே ஸ்ரீல பிரபுபாத் திருவடி வணங்குகிறேன். குருவே ஸ்ரீல பிரபுபாத் திருவடி வணங்குகிறேன். ஹரே கிருஷ்ணா. நன்றி. ஸ்ரீல பிரபுபாதுக்கு ஜெய்.
Thank you, Prabhu. That was a wonderful and simple offering, summarizing the contribution of Srila Prabhupada in Tamil language. So his contribution was books, and he changed the lives of many people. So heartfelt thanks. That was a small point. And in again another next one is again a Tamil program. I mean, it's a song. So in Tamil there is a famous type of song called Kummi song. So this Kummi song is sung in praise of Srila Prabhupada. So let's quickly enjoy that song in Tamil. So let's look at that.
கும்மியடி பெண்ணே கும்மியடி குலவை போட்டு கும்மியடி நம்மை பிடித்த தீயவை நீங்கின நம்மை கண்டோம் என்று கும்மியடி சில பிரபாத சென்னை வந்தார் என்று கும்மியடி பெண்ணே கும்மியடி பக்திலதா பீஜம் என்பது குருவினாலே கொடுத்ததாகும். பக்தி என்ற விதையை விதைத்த பிரபுபாதருக்கு நன்றி சொல்வோம். பக்திலதா பீஜம் என்பது குருவினாலே கொடுத்ததாகும். பக்தி என்ற விதையை விதைத்த பிரபுபாதருக்கு நன்றி சொல்வோம். கும்மியடி பெண்ணே கும்மியடி குலவை போட்டு கும்மியடி நம்மை பிடித்த தீயவை நீங்கின நன்மை கண்டோம் என்று கும்மியடி. பக்தி சேவை என்பது ஆன்மீகமே நிரந்தரமே கையாக வைத்தாரே. கும்மியடி பெண்ணே கும்மியடி குலவை போட்டு கும்மியடி நம்மை பிடித்த நன்மை கண்டோம் என்று கும்மியடி. கிருஷ்ண செய்தார் ஒரு பக்தி இயக்கத்தை ஆரம்பித்தார். உலகம் முழுவதும் பரப்பியவர். கும்மியடி பெண்ணே கும்மியடி குலவை போட்டு கும்மியடி நம்மை பிடித்த தீயவை நீங்கின நன்மை கண்டோம் என்று கும்மியடி. சில பிரபாத சென்னை வந்தார் என்று கும்மியடி பெண்ணே கும்மியடி. மேற்கத்திய நாடுகளுக்கு சென்று பக்தி சேவை பின்பற்றினார். இந்தியா முழுவதும் பிரச்சாரம் செய்து பக்தி இயக்கத்தை பரப்பினார். ஆயுட்காலம் முழுவதும் கோவில்களை கட்டி முடித்தாரே. கும்மியடி பெண்ணே கும்மியடி குலவை போட்டு கும்மியடி நம்மை பிடித்த தீயவை நீங்கின நன்மை கண்டோம் என்று கும்மியடி. கும்மியடி பெண்ணே கும்மியடி குலவை போட்டு கும்மியடி நம்மை பிடித்த தீயவை நீங்கின நன்மை கண்டோம் என்று கும்மியடி. சில பிரபுபாத சென்னை வந்தார் என்று கும்மியடி பெண்ணே கும்மியடி. சில பிரபுபாதுக்கு ஜெய்.
Yeah, thank you very much, Mataji. So this song was sung by Vanishri Mataji of Tamil BV group, Tamil Bhakti Viksha. headed by Shyamavallabi Mataji. So yes, we'll just sing the song praise of Srila Prabhupada that he had come here. So that was the simple, the Gramya style of, praising Srila Prabhupada. So yes, let's sing in praise of Srila Prabhupada. And finally, let's have a presentation by the Chiklapakam online Bhakti Viksha. So this is, there are many, Bhakti Vikshas, but this Bhakti Viksha was, created online. So all these, devotees are coming online together, and then they are praising Srila Prabhupada by, showing what are the divine qualities of Srila Prabhupada. So headed by Srinarayan Prabhu, and the participants are all the, Chiklapakam online Bhakti Vikshas. So let's quickly, see that, and then let's take it forward.
Hare Krishna, dear devotees. We are all from Anand Bhakti Vriksha. We are going to show the 26 qualities of Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. My name is Sadhana, and the first quality of Srila Prabhupada is Kripalu, which is merciful. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada's அடுத்த தெய்வீக குணம் வதன்யாய, magnanimous, மகத்தானவர்.
ஸ்ரீல பிரபுபாத மிகவும் சாந்தமும் அமைதியும் ஆனவர். ஹரி போல்.
ஹரே கிருஷ்ணா. பிரபுபாதரின் அடுத்த தெய்வீக குணங்களில் ஒன்று சர்வ உபகாரக, அனைவரின் நலனுக்காக உழைப்பவர்.
பிரபுபாதரின் அடுத்த தெய்வீக குணம் சத்யசாரா, முற்றிலும் உண்மையானவர்.
ஹரே கிருஷ்ணா. ஸ்ரீல பிரபுபாதரின் அடுத்த தெய்வீகமான குணம் காம்பீரா, பீயிங் கிரேட், தீர்க்கமானவர். ஹரே கிருஷ்ணா.
ஸ்ரீல பிரபுபாதாவின் டிவைன் குவாலிட்டி
ஸ்ரீல பிரபுபாதரின் அடுத்த குணம்
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. The next good quality of Prabhupada is meaning
Prabhupada is very friendly. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. ஸ்ரீல பிரபுபாதரின் அடுத்த தெய்வீக குணம் ருது, மைண்ட், ருதுவானவர்.
Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Prabhupada's one of the divine qualities is sama, meaning equal. He is equal to everyone. அவர் எல்லோருக்கும் சமமானவர். ஹரே கிருஷ்ணா.
ஸ்ரீல பிரபுபாதரின் அடுத்த தெய்வீக குணங்கள் அக்கிரம துரோக, எதிர்காத்தவர்.
ஹரே கிருஷ்ணா. ஸ்ரீல பிரபுபாதரின் தெய்வீக குணமான மிதப்பு, ஈட்டிங் ஒன்லி as was required. மிதப்பு, தேவையான அளவு மட்டுமே உண்ணுபவர். ஹரே கிருஷ்ணா.
ஹரே கிருஷ்ணா. ஸ்ரீல பிரபுபாதரின் அடுத்த தெய்வீகமான குணம் அகிஞ்சனம், வித்வுட் மெட்டீரியல் பொசிஷன்ஸ், பௌதீக உடைமைகள் இல்லாதவர். ஹரே கிருஷ்ணா.
ஸ்ரீல பிரபுபாதரின் அடுத்த தெய்வீக குணங்கள். கிருஷ்ண ஏக சரணா, எக்ஸ்க்ளூசிவ் சரண்டர் டு கிருஷ்ணா, கிருஷ்ணரிடம் மட்டுமே சரணடைந்தவர்.
ஹரே கிருஷ்ணா. ஸ்ரீல பிரபுபாதரின் அடுத்த
ஹரே கிருஷ்ணா. வேலைக்கு ప్రభుపాద మా గురువు, ఆయన పెద్ద దక్షకుడు. హరే కృష్ణ.
ஸ்ரீ பிரபுபாதர் அவர்களின் அடுத்த மிகச்சிறந்த அற்புதமான குணங்களில் ஒன்று அப்ரமத்தா என்பது. அப்ரமத்தா என்றால் மிக தெளிவானவர் என்பது பொருள். ஹரே கிருஷ்ணா. ஸ்ரீ பிரபுபாத் கி ஜெய்.
Hare Krishna. So that was a wonderful, what a way to end this wonderful program by a number of online Bhakti Viksha members glorifying Srila Prabhupada, and especially, remembering Srila Prabhupada's wonderful qualities. So that was very nice. So please appreciate this team who had made online effort to glorify Srila Prabhupada. So that marks the end of the cultural program events that we had planned. So though it was a short notice, there are a number of Bhakti Vikshas who had participated enthusiastically, and even we had one last entrant also today morning. Unfortunately, we are unable to play that. So kindly apologies for that. So we have on a overall, participants in this event, the Mapedu Bhakti Viksha, Udupakam, Thurepakam Bhakti Vikshas, Bespamlam, Sholingnallur, Pallavaram, Chippakam, Tamil Bhakti Vikshas, and individual contributions. So thank you very much on behalf of ISKCON Chennai, all the participants. So I would hand over to Sumitra Krishna Prabhu for some final words to thank the participants. Thank you.
So Hare Krishna, on behalf of ISKCON Temple Management, I would like to thank all the participants, especially those who performed very well at a very short notice, the various skits, poetry. In one of the skits, I was amazed. They have used the example given by Giriraj Maharaj in today morning class. I don't know whether they prepared from that Bhakti and Puja. So it's amazing. And I'm very happy that ISKCON Chennai has talented devotees who are excelling in Kirtan, skits, drama, preaching. It's an all-round effort. And once again, thank all the organizers and all the Bhakti Viksha leaders and the members who are showing so much love and affection to dear Srila Prabhupada. We all know that grandfather always liked the grandchildren. Prabhupada is a grandfather. Will always bless the grandchildren. Today, Prabhupada, and this 5 days and for the entire lifetime, Prabhupada will be always very happy. He'll bestow all his causeless mercy on all of you so that you can all advance very nicely and go back home, back to God in this very lifetime. Hare Krishna. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Sumitra Krishna Prabhu. So on behalf of the extended, ISKCON Chennai congregation, I would like to ISKCON Chennai Temple Management to giving us the opportunity. So kindly apologize for the hiccups, whatever we had regarding the connectivity and things like that. So we will try to improve further more backups and see how to make it in a smooth run. So thank you very much, Sumitra Prabhu. Thank you. So, so Ranga Krishna Prabhu, do you have anything for final, or should we conclude?
They can announce today evening and tomorrow morning's program so that devotees can prepare themselves to attend all the today evening. Anybody has a schedule?
Yeah. So Prema Bhakti Mataji, you want to announce if you're there? Yeah. Prema Bhakti Mataji.
Yes, Prabhu, Hare Krishna.
Yes, sir. Yes, Mataji. Yeah, if you want to, can you please announce the programs that's coming on?
Hare Krishna. Prabhu, today evening we'll be having a lecture by His Grace Rukmiha Prabhu from Thurayur, and he will be speaking on blissful early days.
In Chennai.
Yeah. Evening we'll be having that evening session, that's 7 o'clock. And tomorrow morning is Hari Sauri Prabhu, but it is set to, we are to get more details on that. And other upcoming programs we'll be announcing.
Okay. Thank you very much, Mataji.
Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. And then just want to say one more thing. The two drawings that you have showed, Bhavyashri and Likita, they are from Ashok Nagar BPS students.
Oh, thank you very much. Yeah, that's wonderful. Yeah.
Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you.
The drawings can be put up in the Bhakti Visha group so that we all can, those who are not attended also can appreciate those drawings. Pictures can be posted. And those who have recorded this session, they can cut off all the separate skits separately. We can put in ISKCON Chennai YouTube channel separately, clips, different interviews. That will be very useful for those who are not attended.
Yes, Prabhu. I too second Sundra thought. The drama was very, very interesting. And then some skits, some videos actually were not very clear when we see in the Zoom. Probably if you could send separately.
Yeah, please send me. You can send me the in Google Drive the original resolution. I'll put it in the ISKCON Chennai YouTube channel.
Great, Prabhu. Great, wonderful.
And if somebody can transcribe today's different talks and today morning's Giriraj Maharaj, it will be very useful. That can be translated in Tamil also. Like they do for Banu Maharaj, today's morning's Giriraj Maharaj class. There's a team, I think, do that.
Yeah. So thank you very much, Prabhu. So let's conclude this event. Let's chant the Hare Krishna mantra.
So we seek the blessings of Lord Varaha. Lord Varaha, he lifted Mother Earth from all the difficulties. So today, Prabhupada, I'm very sure that he will lift us all in a very transparent platform. And those who have not had their prasadam can have a very nice Varaha Mahaprasadam. Hare Krishna. Thank you.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Jai Srila Prabhupada ki Jai. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Ananta Koti Vaishnava Bhakta Vrinda ki Jai. Hare Krishna.
Srila Prabhupada ki, ISKCON Chennai Bhakta Vrinda ki, Lord Premananda.